Today we are exploring how Italians ask for and tell the time. As you may know, the word tempo means time in general, but it isn't used when referring to the clock. Instead, Italians use the word ora, which means hour. Let's see how it works. To ask the time, Italians actually choose between two phrases. Che ora è or che ore sono. Both mean what time is it, and both are correct. You're free to use either, and you will hear both forms in everyday conversation. When answering, however, you must choose between the singular è or the plural sono, depending on the time. You always use è with mezzogiorno, noon, and mezzanotte, midnight, as well as with luna, 1 o'clock. Notice that una must be preceded by the singular article L apostrophe. From there, you follow the same pattern with minutes and fractions of the hour. For example, è mezzogiorno e 10, è mezzanotte e 5, è l'una e 20, and so on. You will learn how to add the minutes later. You used sono le for all the other hours. So, for example, sono le 2 is 2 o'clock, sono le 3 is 3 o'clock, and so on. Again, you can add the minutes and fractions in the same way. So, for example, sono le 2:15, sono le 3:30, and so on. Let's see now how to work with minutes. To add minutes to the hour, Italian use e, meaning and. So, sono le 2:10. Literally is 2 and 10 is 10 past 2. To subtract minutes before the next hour, Italian use meno, meaning minus. For example, sono le 2 meno 10 means it's 2 minus 10. It's 10 to 2. Italians can also use fractions of the hour instead of just saying the minutes. Of course, they can say 15 for 15, 30 for 30, or 45 for 45. But in everyday speech, they often prefer fractions. Un quarto, a quarter, for 15 minutes. For example, sono le 5:15. It's 5:15, literally 5 and a quarter. Mezzo or mezza, half, for 30 minutes. Sono le 5:30 or sono le 5:30. It's 4:30, literally 5 and a half. For 45 minutes, there are two options. For example, sono le 5:75. It's 5:45, literally 5 3/4, or sono le 6 meno un quarto. It's 5:45, literally it's 6 minus a quarter. In English, we use AM and PM, but in Italian those aren't used. Instead, they can add phrases that describe the part of the day. For example, di mattina for morning, di pomeriggio for afternoon, di sera for evening, and di notte for night. So if you want to say it's 9 in the morning, you can say sono le 9 di mattina. If it is 9 in the evening, you can also say sono le 9 di sera. The articulated preposition can sometimes replace the simple one. So instead of to say di sera, you can say della sera. Instead of di pomeriggio, you can say del pomeriggio. It's up to you. Of course, these specifications are unnecessary when the 24-hour clock is used, especially in official contests such as schedules and timetables. For example, 1 is clearly in the morning, Luna, while 13 is 1 p.m., le 13. To convert, just add 12 to any a.m. time to get the p.m. equivalent. To ask when something happens, Italians say a che ora, literally at what hour. The answers also change depending on the hour. For noon and midnight, we use a mezzogiorno and a mezzanotte. For 1 o'clock, we say a luna. For all the other hours, we say alle due, alle tre, and so on. Notice how the preposition a changes form to match the article. And now it's your turn. Here are some phrases to translate into Italian. Take a moment to think and try to say each one out loud. You can pause the video now, work on the task, and then check your answers in the next slide. È l'una. Sono le 2:15 or sono le 2:15. Sono le 3:30 or sono le 3:30 or sono le 3:30. Di pomeriggio. Sono le 11:50 or sono le 12 meno 10 di mattina. A mezzogiorno.